this on?
The engine is too high for us to actually put the hood on there and for it to close properly. So what we're going to have to end up doing is modifying the carburetors and then making some scratch-built aluminum air cleaners that will actually clear the hood. Of course, I could cut a hole in the hood and, build up a big engine like I normally do. But on this particular build, I'm not going for that look. This is supposed to be a street outlaw. So this little functioning air ram right here is very very unique, to this particular body style and model of car. So I wanted to actually leave the hood alone, and just leave the air ram there. So there again, you have to modify the engine. This is the 440, by the way, right there that we're building. I don't even know if I'm going to wire this one or not. This build, to me, I got two of these going, and this one was kind of like the little, the underdog of the two. I was going to go all out on the other one, so I was actually just trying to get Sublime built. This body was one of the worst bodies that I have came in contact with in a long time. So, I'm not 100% happy with the body work on it, but it is what it is. And I'm going to go off on this particular build, nothing negative, but just, some points and stuff that I came across when I was building it. But, man, it took everything that I could do not to paint this engine orange too. But there's so many orange engines, that I just wanted something different. There's a lot of red accents to this piece anyway. We got the red headlights. So what we're dealing with here is engine clearance, right? Okay, we understand that the engine is going to be so tall as far as from the ground up. Now if you add any suspension under there, of course it raises it up. So we need to, so that's what we're looking like right there, mocked up. Okay, so engine wise, you know, we're gonna build a scratch built aluminum air cleaner to go on top of the manifold, and we should be clear as far as our hood goes. I'll go ahead and see if I can slap this on real quick. So sitting right there, looks like the hood goes all the way down, not a problem. So now on the Boss, as far as engine placement goes, I want you to understand that there is no wrong way to build your model. That is the ongoing theme through this whole series. So whatever way you end up having to design your build, that's the way you need to design it. Okay, these are just some examples of how I designed these builds. So take it all into consideration, figure out what way to go. If you look down here at the headers coming out below at the at the front of the front fender bottoms, I actually had to cut out the bottom of the fender in order for the headers to be in that location. So in theory, I had to build the body around the engine. Now, this is a massive engine, guys. This is a top fuel Hemi, right? So I've always loved the valve covers on the Hemis, and I did let the valve covers come through the top just a little bit. You see what I mean? Just a little bit. And the whole engine, I mean the whole hood and the front cowl, make sure I point so you know what I'm talking about. The front cowl here, this area right here in front of the windshield, it's called a cowl area. Listen, that whole part was cut back, so the engine was moved back to set exactly where it's set, and that was all engine placement. Yeah, so I got to do some maintenance on the Boss here anyway while I'm speaking about engine placement. Do a quick how-to while I'm in the middle of this. Okay, so if you can see right here, we have the two magnetos wired up. One of the magnetos, the aluminum cap, has popped off. I can't find it, so I went ahead and scratch built me another one real quick. I'm going to show you how you do that while I'm explaining about engine placement. This right here is a piece of aluminum that we punched out with our hole punch. This is the how-to section. Okay, so what we're going to do now is going to take a little bit of our glue on there real quick. We're going to take our aluminum magneto piece. I'm going to slide it right on here like so. And try to do a final placement if we can. All right, so this whole chassis was a Top Fuel funny car chassis that we cut down to fit the 70 Boss Mustang body, right? You know, we have the twin turbo system on there. We've got the 2 bottles of nitrous. I mean, the big Hemi. I mean, this thing is an absolute monster. As far as engine placement goes, though, guys, we cut our hole back here in the cowl. We set our engine back as much as we wanted. We could have went into the windshield if we wanted to, cut out the hole in the windshield, but this is the way we did it. We did it with the, we cut the hole in the hood out. Everything was designed. We cut the hood, cut the fenders back for the Top Fuel headers. Everything was designed around the engine. The body was cut in every place and fabricated so it could set right over. This car does have a body melt that actually gets this stance. And all these different components working together gets us, the visual that we see. But as far as engine placement goes, guys, that's a lot of what you're ending up doing. You're ending up doing just a lot of fabricating, a lot of design to get it built the way you see it in front of you right here. And this is the approach we took on the Boss. So stay tuned for more episodes of engine placement, and hopefully you can gather some really good ideals and techniques to incorporate into your own builds. MODELMIND72 saying peace and love to all.